Welcome back to my second video, guys. This is gonna be an unlisted one, unless I post it like when I'm famous. Anyway, so I'm gonna share this game I played in the Two Nights Carocon, and I was black. Um, against this 2100, and yeah, so here it goes. So basically, what I like to do in the two nights is play h6. Nobody plays this. Um, Everybody plays bishop g4, but it's not like the positions you get are that good. Like we can go into the database and look. So there's bishop h5 if you don't want to give up the bishop pair, and then bishop b5 or g4, bishop g6, and you can get into some trouble here. But actually, black is doing okay, but you have to play this interesting position where you go king f7, you lose castling rights, and if we follow the most popular moves, um, the white king is safe and the black king is not really that safe. So you're going to double rooks. Rook a6 is an interesting idea. Queen c7 is a much better move. Anyway, um, so what happened in my game was I played h6. Well, there's like another move, knight f6. So knight f6, e5, and you go knight out, knight e4, and the white knight retreats. And basically, you threaten checkmate with queen b6. So d4, and after these book moves, um, of knight g3. This is all theory. Um, White has a big advantage in my opinion because you're down a pawn, but on the d4 pawn, but you have this like cool g4 stuff, and you have a kingside initiative, and all the bishop is really good. Um, and yeah, so hold on, let me share my desktop. Okay, so that's good for white. So instead, this there's also like g6 and a6, but like if you go the a6 route, you're still losing the bishop pair, and yeah, I mean it makes some sense, and black has good results, but yeah, I just don't see it being like that amazing. It looks the same, honestly. So there's not that many games from here, but the a6 move doesn't really do much. So for my game, I took. So they have to play d4 unless they play e5, which is there are some interesting moves here. There's also h3, but you just take e4. For example, h3 takes takes, and now there's ways to move on h3. Because the main line, you go d4, takes, bishop f5, h3, h4, h6, um, knight f3, and then here. This is like the main line, and there's thousands of games from this position. So instead, my opponent plays bishop d3. He could also play knight g3, but then I got bishop a7, and he could be not have this h4 move in, and I have the h6 move, or he could do this, what he did. There's also knight c5. Um, yeah, so this is what happened. So it takes, and now queen e4. So this is like the beginning of And even though it's not a bad move, maybe I should have castled queenside or played b5 here. And after castles kingside, this is really the beginning of the end. I should castle queenside. For some reason, I was afraid of knight e5 and taking this pawn here, but it doesn't make sense because queen takes, and then rook takes, checkmate. And also, if rook takes, then rook takes, and if you take the queen, checkmate. Back rank mate. Classic. So, yeah, for some reason, I didn't want to play that, and like, it doesn't make any sense though, because this is just much safer. And also the bishop's on d6 instead of b7. And usually the bishop goes to d6. So castles, knight e2, and I take this poison pawn here, and he goes bishop h6. And I'm like, what? So yeah, if I take, he goes rook g1, and he wins my queen. So I can't do that. I can, but it's losing. Like, horribly losing. So queen here, he goes bishop g5, and I just blunder checkmate, because, yeah, so he takes. And now my queen's under attack, so this is called remove the defender. So I have to take. And now I take his bishop. But he goes check and rook lift. And now I'm checkmated in one move. I can go bishop g3, but he just takes my piece with his rook. So checkmate. So that was a pretty bad blunder on my part. But yeah, that was the game.